Hello all, welcome to the today session SAP Router Certificate Renewal. Till now we have seen SAP Router Architecture and SAP Router Configuration. Today we want to talk about SAP Router Certificate Renewal. What is this SAP certificate? If SAP wants to connect or if any person outside your network, outside your corporate network wants to connect with your SAP system, then it's required a SAP router. And the connection, if you want to make that connection as in secured way, then you have to have the certificate. How to apply a certificate, we'll see now. How to apply SNC certificate? So if I say secured, which is nothing but it's a SNC certificate. To renew this certificate, first what we have to do is we have to renew existing certificate. What are the steps we need to follow? Steps to renewing SAP router. Stop SAP router services. First, if you want to perform any activity on your SAP router, or if you want to renew your certificate, you have to stop SAP router services. And first option, SAP router.exe. Using that, you can stop. You can use -R, you can stop it, or you can log into a router server and do that. If it is a Windows, you have to follow the below. If it is a Unix, and you have to use a SAP router command line. Windows, what you have to do is you need to log in by going to Control R, run msts server login. Once you log into the server, then you have to give again control plus R, run services.msc. In this service.msc, you can find SAP router. SAP router. You can see the status whether it is running or not. If you don't want to go through this one, even in Windows also, use the SAP router exe in a command prompt and stop a router. Now, before executing any certificate related activities or any related activities, be it a stop, be it a certificate update, or be it as router upgrade, any activity. So what the recommendation is, take a backup of existing files. Since we are talking about SAP router certificate, what we are doing is we are taking a external existing one, which we called CRED v2 srccert certificate SRT request RUQ local.pse. These are the four files. In my scenario, these three are the four files which we need to take a backup. If you don't want to take only four files, then what we can do is we'll also take a entire folder, SAP router folder, you can take a backup. That maybe you can see under USR SAP router, or some cases you also see /USR/SAP/SID/SAP router, or it depends on how you SAP router got installed. Maybe you can see C drive SAP router, D drive SAP router, or maybe you can say /SAP router. It depends. It is not a constant one. After that, you see the screenshot CRAD underscore v2, the highlighted one, the four items I have already taken a backup. Now what I have to do is I have to create a request. What is the request? This is I am requesting from my SAP router, please take this request and provide me the response to encrypt my data with the extension of 1 year, 2 years data. So to do that, what I have to do is I have to create a certificate, how to generate a certificate. So below that, the commands, even these commands will work in Windows as well as in Linux. Why it will work? As I told, these commands are related to SAP These commands are related to SAP commands, not Windows command, not Unix commands. Why I am telling SAP Gen PSC is a SAP command. So by using this SAP Gen PSC, which is nothing but SAP generate PSC. Okay, first what we are doing is we are creating a certificate request using a existing PSC. SAP Gen PSC get PSC hyphen V hyphen R certificate request 1 hyphen P local.pse. This is the certificate, this is the command where we have to use it. To generate a certificate of at OS level, command has to be executed. If you see the screenshot, the command has been already executed and it is storing in USR SAP router local.pse. Along with that, it will be also asked you to provide a PIN number, passcode or password, right? So here you have to maintain your own code, or if you don't want to maintain any code for this PSC, then press enter. No need to type anything, just press enter. So once you do that, what will happen? It will automatically take in it. Done. So certificate request has been created now. Now what I have to do? After completing certificate, so what we have to do now? So if you see here, so by executing that command, what happened? It is asked for you to provide a password. So password, it is as I told, you can press enter, enter, and then it will give you the warning. After that, it will ask you to provide a name of your PSC owner. Okay. So PSC owner, if you don't know that PSC owner, you go to your SAP marketplace by using this link. And if you go there, you will see your CN name, which is distinguished name, right? That you will get it. So use CN is equal to so and so, so and so, so and so, based on the availability. And you can use all the inputs, whatever it is asking, you say yes. Or you can give direct string Cn is equal to O is equal to O is equal to O is equal to blah blah blah, C is equal to D. Or you can use your own countries as well. So if you are not if you are not confident on that, go to the SAP marketplace and go to the SAP route certificate tab. There you can find your router certificate. Now after that, once you execute with all the information, what will happen? It will create a file called cert request, which is your request. Okay, as I told, you can use any number. Naming convention is not mandatory there. You can use any name. Then once you open the request, it will be in a format, right? Algorithm, some RSA request you will be available there. You will be getting that RSA request. Now what we can do is to take that request and going to the SAP router certificate. That's what we have seen in this certificate. Once you open this certificate link, you can directly go here and then select that and submit CSR. Okay, certificate request. Right now, once you clicked on that certificate request, what will happen? It will open box like this, and then you have to put your CSR in this box. After that, you have to click on this request certificate, right? Once you click on the request certificate, what you have to do is you have to copy this content. What is this content? The moment you clicked on that particular request one, you will be seeing a request content. You will be getting a request. So, okay, that you can get it. You can copy it and put it in a source.crt, or you can put any name, right? So paste into a source.pse file and save it. As I mentioned, you can use any naming convention to use these things. After that, I am going to going back to the server and srccert is my file name. I'm putting all these copied one from SAP marketplace to here. Okay. After that, what I have to do? I have to use a command. Again, SAP genpse import own certificate source certificate P to this one. What exactly this one? I am importing my certificate from source.cert to the local.pse. That's a command. I am using it. After once I use this command, what will happen? It will again ask the password. Remember this password. The moment when you are creating the password, when you are creating a request, this password has to be provided. The same password has to be provided here. If you maintain the password there, you have to give the same password. If you don't maintain it, and if you would have pressed enter, then here also you have to do the same, pressed enter. Once you clicked on press enter or you enter your password, then it says that if everything is fine, it says that CA request has been successfully imported, which means response has been imported successfully. Okay. Now, okay, once you create the certificate at this moment, yes, well and good. The credentials file, we have to create it. Why I need to create a credentials file? You are attending, you are giving a authorization to this particular file to the particular user. By using these commands, you can use, so you can use your users to provide a authentication and authorization. So that cred underscore v2 will be created. The command is SAP genpse secure login. Login securely whenever you are logging into -p local pse. Use the password. -o is a user using SAP router underscore user. Whatever user you want to give, you can give. In my case, administrator, I have given administrator. Right. After that, what I have to do is I have to check whether this is a valid certificate or whether my local PSC is having a valid one or not. So by using this command, SAP Gen PSC get my name underscore v underscore n underscore issuer. So I'll get all these PSP open, whether my PSC is opening, whether my retrieving my certificate is opening, getting request information is correct or not, SSO for user administration is working or not, everything you can see it here. After completing this, what we have to do is we have to again go back to the services.msc followed by same thing, go to control.r or you can use CMD and then service.msc and then router stop start or stop start. Other way is go to search button, remote desktop connection and then use open this service.msc. If you want to log into the server, you use the remote.sp remote services. If not, then service.msc by using a run. So after that, you can do the start stop and then after that, please verify validity, right? You have to know the validity of your SAP router. SAP Gen PSC get my name underscore and validity. So using this command, you will be understanding what is your a certificate validity. You can use the same command before you executing the some certificate response or request. So you can see start date and end date, everything you can see it in the system. Please comment. Please let me know if you have any questions. Comment your questions. Please subscribe and press the bell button. Thank you.